Hey, have you ever read Silver Eyes? No? Well, that's okay. I'll summarize. Our main characters are young adults haunted by a murder that happened in their childhood, particularly Charlie, who thinks she remembers her younger brother being killed by Afton. They start visiting Freddy's on a nightly basis. One member of their group is a younger sibling and able to communicate with the spirits of Freddy's. After a few visits, they decide it is too dangerous and to never come back again. Unfortunately, one of them gets captured. The group returns ready to fight animatronics. Then they are confronted by Dave Miller, a local creepy night guard who turns out to be William Afton, using a fake name. Just when it looks like he has the upper hand, the animatronics turn on Afton, who gets spring-locked and dragged into a back room. If any of that sounds familiar, you can see why I think the sequel to Silver Eyes, The Twisted Ones, might predict the FNaF 2 movie. So gather round, children, while I read and summarize a book so you don't have to. The Twisted Ones starts off with Charlie in college as a robotics student. Despite how well things are going, she is haunted by the events of Freddy's and her childhood. You see, Charlie has a memory of her brother Sammy being killed by Afton when they were very little. She feels as if Sammy is calling out to her in some way, combined with a lingering dread related to Afton. Charlie is also really upset because her childhood home has been devastated by a storm. All of this keeps her from moving on, but she wants to let the past go. So she starts dating a character from the previous book, John. After several extremely awkward dates, Charlie decides that if she can see Afton's dead body, she can move on. She forces a friend to come with her to Freddy's where Afton died, which is a really disgusting way to get closure, but okay, Charlie. She sees his mangled corpse and doesn't feel any better. Funny how that works. Meanwhile, unknown to everyone, there was a secret room in Charlie's old house. This room kept the twisted animatronics locked up. Because of the recent weather damage, they are now free. The animatronics begin terrorizing the citizens of Hurricane, Utah. Unknowingly, Charlie allowed Afton to connect to them by entering the other pizzeria. Up until then, the Twisted Ones had been mindlessly violent, but now they have a purpose: to bring Charlie to Afton. Next, the book follows several attacks of the Twisted animatronics, which stop when Charlie gives herself up to them. They carry her to an underground pizzeria and leave her there. Charlie then gets terrorized by Balloon Boy using an illusion disc. Eventually, the others find her and make their escape, with the help of the older animatronics. Which means in the book, we actually get to see the Wizards fight the toy animatronics. I really like this picture of Chica. As the gang escapes, the tunnels end up collapsing on themselves. Charlie almost makes it out after a short confrontation with Afton, but a twisted animatronic grabs her and she dies. This kicks off the events of the fourth closet, where we find out that Charlie was a robot the whole time, built by a grieving father. Now, let's see if we can piece together scenes from the commercials that match this storyline. First, we have the awkward date with Mike and Vanessa. This is eerily similar to Charlie's date with John. One person is ready to move forward and let go of the past, while the other is unable to do that. This then connects perfectly with the books and segues into what I think will happen next: the visit to Freddy's. In the books, Charlie does this hoping to finally put everything behind her. Instead, it just feeds what happens next. Another driving factor for Charlie is the feeling that her dead brother is calling to her. I know in the first movie, Mike was the one who couldn't let Garrett go, but from the commercials and the previous movie, we know that Mike has let that go. He seems unlikely to be the one lured away. Abby, however, is called by someone on the Fast Talker, someone asking for help. This is almost exactly what Charlie experiences. She assumes it is her brother because that's who she wants to hear, but it's someone else entirely. I think the same will apply to Abby. Abby may believe she recognizes the voice, that it's someone that she wants to hear from, but I am convinced it belongs to someone completely unexpected for her, luring her away. One strong parallel between the Twisted Ones and the FNaF 2 commercial is the animatronics escaping. Like I said, in the Twisted Ones, it's a natural disaster that sets them free. In the movie, it appears that it's teenagers breaking and entering that sets them free. These are different plot devices that accomplish the same point. Something comes in and upsets the norm, whether that be vandals or a natural disaster. We then see the havoc the animatronics cause when they are set free. That lines up with the Twisted Ones. If the movie is going to follow the book, I feel like it's a good guess to assume that someone is going to get captured by the toy animatronic. Now the question is Vanessa or Abby. Vanessa as Afton's daughter seems like a likely candidate. Then there's the fact that she, like Charlie, can't move on. This would give her a similar character profile to Charlie. This makes Vanessa a good parallel for Charlie and a likely candidate for the capture. But I think Abby is actually more likely to be the one kidnapped. In the commercial, she appears to be the one being manipulated and lured out. Charlie in the books is mixed with baby/Elizabeth. So is Abby. Abby has an older brother named Mike. She has a deep connection to animatronics, and her name is an anagram for baby. Abby is also similar to Charlie. She wants to go back to Freddy's. She's pretty skilled with robotics, and she doesn't completely understand the tragedy that happened to her family. There are strong arguments for either characters getting kidnapped. I lean towards Abby, but I can see it going either way. What happens next, I would love to see happen in the movie. Charlie gets taken to the underground pizzeria. Ruin, Security Breach, and Secret of the Mimic all have references to a secret underground pizzeria. The first time we heard of anything like that was in the Twisted Ones. I'm not expecting a whole underground pizzeria, but I am expecting a hidden area of some sort. Oddly enough, something that supports this is the water ride we see in one of the clips of the commercial. Several of the books highlight the importance of a water park or water ride. The best example is Felix the Shark. In this book, someone goes on an epic quest to find a hidden Freddy's in a water park. Then there's Submechanophobia. In Tales from the Pizzaplex, another story that takes place in a water park. This one is weird because it's the missing kids incident of Freddy's just at a water park. The main takeaway is water parks or water rides in FNaF signal that something secret is nearby. If there's a hidden area in this movie, I would guess it's around the water ride, which would tie back neatly to our Twisted Ones parallel. If the animatronics take their victim to this area, that would follow what happens to Charlie. After that, Charlie has a balloon boy confrontation, witnesses animatronics fighting, has a creepy little monologue from Afton, and an almost escape. Charlie ends up dying in the escape, but everyone else makes it. This would mean there's a definite possibility of someone dying in this movie, depending on who gets captured. I mean, we know a lot of people die, but a main protagonist could die. Don't worry though, Charlie turns out to be a robot and returns in the next book. Anyone who dies in this movie could definitely come back. I mean, in FNaF, it's actually more likely that they'll come back than that they'll stay dead. Obviously, this whole prediction stakes on the movies continuing to follow the books, which is a possibility. It's also possible that it won't follow the books at all, or that it will only have a few similar elements, like the awkward date. Hopefully the animatronic fight, because that would be so awesome to see. I would love to see Withered Freddy just absolutely decimate Toy Freddy. There is also the whole Vanessa pulling the toys from the box sequence. As far as I can tell, there is nothing in the Twisted Ones that is like that, or the puppet seeming to possess people. Also not in the book, because, you know, Charlie is the puppet in the book. But let me know in the comments what you think, and thanks for watching. Something that is like a little mini theory for me is this photo. In the book, there is a group of 6 kids that hang out with Charlie on a regular basis. They end up being the group that investigates Freddy's with her, with one exception. I can't help but wonder if some of them are in this photo. Several of the characters could be matches. It would be a nice little nod to the books. Or, you know, maybe I've thought about this way too much.